Now on Good Morning Northwest, ambulance crews picket in Spokane. Why? And is your family's safety at risk?
The heat continues to build, but we're going to see better sky conditions, and we're going to talk about the when and the why coming your way.
And the U.S. stepping up its support for Ukraine during its critical counteroffensive. What America plans to do to help President Zelensky's fight for his country. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance. Derek is off this morning. It is Friday, July 7th. Let's check in with Mark in your first alert forecast.
I just love the smile that comes out when we say it's Friday. 61 degrees into Coeur d'Alene. Beautiful start to the day there. We've got sun and clouds into Spokane, along with a little bit of haze on the horizon. Boy, I tell you what, this afternoon we're going to see less of it. We're going to see that thermometer climb today. Here's a look at the 4 things you need to know. Yeah, we have the hazy morning, a sunny afternoon coming in. It's going to be 90s all the way through Monday, so we're not going to get a break in the heat. And we're going to continue to talk about mountain thunderstorm activity potential. Right now, we do see that coming out of Omak. It is into the higher elevations, heading towards the Colville National Forest. We also see it losing a lot of its energy, but it'll come back this afternoon, and we'll see that fire up. Temperatures we're expecting to see into Meade, 94 degrees, 92 into Hayden, downtown 94. Not as warm as potentially what we had yesterday. We're going to have 92 at the airport. Officially yesterday we hit 91 degrees. So here's the setup for the day, a continuation of warm temperatures. And again, you see by 2 o'clock we're sitting at 90. 92 will be our high today, but we're going to be in those low 90s all the way through dinner time.
The Spokane County SWAT team found a man wanted out of Stevens County for child sexual assault, dead in a Spokane Valley home. The sheriff's office responded to a home on Long Road in Indiana around 7:30 last night to check for that man. They say when they got there, a man who they believed to be the man they were looking for ran inside. Deputies say they then heard a loud bang. Because of the nature of the charges and the possibility of a weapon involved, SWAT and crisis negotiators were called. SWAT eventually entered the home and found the man dead from a possible self-inflicted gunshot wound. The Spokane County Medical Examiner will release that man's name at a later time.
And new from the Breaking Now desk, the U.S. is expected to announce today that it will provide cluster bombs to Ukraine as part of a new military aid package in the fight against Russian invaders. 2 U.S. officials confirmed this information with ABC News. This comes as Ukrainian forces continue a steady counteroffensive against Russian troops. Cluster munitions can strike several targets at once. These explosive weapons are controversial, but they could be a critical asset for Ukraine's ongoing counteroffensive, which President Volodymyr Zelensky says he wants done faster. Let's take a listen now to part of an interview the Ukrainian president did with ABC's Martha Raddatz.
What is your assessment of how the counteroffensive is going right now?
All of us, we want to do it faster because every day means new losses of Ukrainians.
Cluster munitions, which Russia is now using, are shells packed with smaller bombs that explode and strike targets across a wide area. The munitions are highly criticized because they can also leave unexploded fragments behind, risking injury and death to civilians. Many U.S. allies have signed a treaty banning their use. And right now, it is not clear how America's NATO allies would view the U.S. providing cluster bombs to Ukraine or whether this issue might prove to be divisive. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
In response to the dry conditions, Avista has turned its power lines to fire safety mode. Now, during normal operations, the lines are set to try several times to clear a fault, reducing outage times. In fire safety mode, the line stays out until Avista crews determine it's safe. That can require more time to restore service, but decreases the potential fire danger. You may have seen this group protesting downtown. It's a union representing more than 300 EMTs, paramedics, dispatchers, and ambulance mechanics who work for American Medical Response in Spokane. The union is in the process of negotiating contracts that ended June 30th. But they say it's not going well. If the union goes on strike, getting an ambulance in Spokane in an emergency could be very challenging.
According to the law, the contract stays in effect until we're done negotiating. So it's in effect right now, but there's some limitations on the contract.
AMR Spokane, in a statement regarding negotiations, wrote in part, AMR Spokane's goal in these negotiations is to ensure both organizations find an agreeable middle ground that enables our valued first responders and other employees to receive a market-comparable agreement that also ensures a financially sustainable system for the future. Well, so much of life feels like it's back to normal after the COVID pandemic, but for so many people, jobs and careers changed. If your professional life was impacted, we want to hear from you. Share your story with us on KXLY.com. Good morning, Northwest time is approaching 6 minutes after 6 o'clock, and we are approaching some hot temps, the hottest of the season so far.
Yeah, we're going to have temperatures into the mid-90s, fans at the ready. This is also a time when we look at Meals on Wheels needing those box fans. Prices have gone up on those now. They're $32 last I saw.
Geez.
Yeah, but they need that donation to give those elderly people some fans. So we're a fan of them. We thank you for watching. Good morning, Northwest. We're back in a little bit.
And we are among fragrant flowers here on Green Bluff, live at Fleur de Provence this morning, talking about lavender season.
And cocaine at the White House. After the break, what we are learning about the investigation into where it was found and who might have brought it in.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Save your green! She was looking so fly.
Where's the butler?
It's John Butler. Hate being judged by your name? So do we. At Consign Furniture and Jewelry, we're not what you think. Our inventory is the best in the Northwest. Like this, and this, and this. Check out the most unique shopping experience in the universe.
The Wyeth's 3 Generations works from the Bank of America collection provides a revealing look at America's most celebrated artistic family. N.C. Wyeth's colorful and dramatic illustrations, his son Andrew's important realist paintings with an abstract quality, and Andrew's son Jamie's often wry and playful portraits and landscapes. At the MAC through August 20th. Purchase tickets in advance at northwestmuseum.org.
Summer days by the pool make for some of the best memories, but not every child gets the chance to swim in the sun.
This July, with help from Numerica Credit Union and the Spokane Parks Foundation, kids swim free on Fridays at City of Spokane Valley pools.
Numerica Credit Union is excited to offer free swim Fridays with the Spokane Parks Foundation as they enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
Jonah here. Before you decide on an SUV, I invite you to see and drive the Volkswagen Tiguan. It's impressive and it checks all the boxes. A roomy interior, plenty of cargo space with remote power liftgate. All-wheel drive, that's important in the Northwest. Solid performance, modern infotainment system with all the high-tech choices. Check out the Tiguan at your nearby Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
Where should I walk? Right here? Is this good?
Yeah, you can walk right there. This is your show. Do whatever you want.
You walk in.
It's Live with Kelly and Mark. Every weekday morning.
Watch Live with Kelly and Mark. Weekdays at 9 a.m. Only on 4 News Now. Summer storms. Sudden, intense, dangerous. 4 News Now First Alert Weather warns you in advance.
Up to quarter-size hail.
Keeping you informed until the threat is past and your family is safe. On the air, on the app. Only on 4 News Now.
It is 9 minutes after 6. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The investigation into cocaine found at the White House is expected to wrap up early next week. A federal law enforcement official says the Secret Service will conclude its probe regardless of whether a suspect is identified. Investigators have started reviewing visitor logs and security footage, but haven't yet received DNA or fingerprint analysis. The bag of cocaine was found in a cubby near the ground floor entrance of the West Wing, where visitors going on tours are often asked to leave their phones. Staff members also use those cubbies to leave their phones for security reasons. Police in South Carolina have arrested 2 people for the murder of transgender teen Kirsten Williamson. Police believe suspect Joshua Newton picked up Williamson from work for a scheduled date, then drove to his home 2 hours away and killed Williamson. Authorities say Newton's girlfriend helped hide the body, which was found on the side of a road 2 miles away. Police say the risks involved in online dating are well documented. A study found 81% of people lie about themselves on their online dating profiles. Drake is the latest performer to get hit on stage by something thrown by a concert goer. Somebody threw a cell phone onto the stage, seemingly hitting Drake in the arm or wrist during a concert in Chicago Wednesday. The phone fell to the floor. Drake apparently was not hurt, continued on with the show. But it's the latest in a slew of similar incidents in the last several weeks. Targets have included BB Rexa, Kelsey Ballerini, and Ava Max. Pink had a wheel of cheese and human ashes thrown at her while performing on stage in 2 separate incidents at her shows.
It's 11 minutes past 6 o'clock. 10-second takeaway. More sun, less haze. Thank you. That's going to be our afternoon. So again, those light, loose layers, drinking plenty of water, wearing your shade, sunscreen as well. 92 the high today.
For the first time ever, the FDA has granted full approval to a drug proven to slow the progression of Alzheimer's disease. The move is seen as a major breakthrough in the fight against the devastating condition that affects millions and is marked by memory loss, cognitive decline, and behavioral changes. The drug, called Leqembi, is administered through IV infusion once every 2 weeks and is now available for coverage by Medicare. This is big. It had been available since January, but the $26,000 a year price before insurance means many patients couldn't access or afford it.
You had this treatment at your fingertips, and suddenly you had Medicare saying, yeah, but you can't quite get access to that at this point in time.
A large trial funded by the drug's makers found Leqembi slowed the progression of Alzheimer's by about 27%. The drug has been found to carry increased risks of brain swelling or bleeding. Experts agree the drug is a major turning point, but also warn Leqembi is not a cure and was only tried in people with early Alzheimer's disease. Take a look at this. Tiny Canadian town turned into a dino dance party to break a world record. Organizers used social media to spread the word, and more than 1,000 dancing dinos showed up, crushing the previous record of 253. Good morning. Northwest time is now 6:12. 90s today, 90s tomorrow, 90s through the weekend. Then what? Mark's full forecast is coming up. And while you can pick strawberries and cherries on Green Bluff right now, starting today, you can also harvest your own lavender. Up next, Destiny Richards will show us around a lavender farm on the bluff.
The combination of fun and performance is why Kylie and I are excited to show you the Subaru Crosstrek.
The all-wheel drive Crosstrek offers an available 2.5-liter Subaru Boxer engine, giving you extra performance and power unlike anything on or off the road.
There's no shortage of space for passengers and a surprising amount of cargo room for your gear.
The Crosstrek has an 8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, connecting you with your favorite apps and navigation.
Check out the Subaru Crosstrek and receive no-problem customer attention at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
This week, Walker's Furniture is combining their anniversary sale with their 4th of July sale for double the discounts. Where the more you spend, the more you save, up to $760 off. Or you can take advantage of special 5 years no-interest financing with no money down.
So you can get that new living room furniture or stylish bedroom set you've been wanting and pay for it later.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less.
During the 43rd 4th of July sale at Walker's.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one, or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at GAWon'tWait.com.
We are chilling and thrilling this summer at the General Store. Get ready to make a splash with the Intex River One Floaty, on sale now for only $19.99. And for the thrill seekers, don't miss out on the Brian Lee Tube Total Tube, sale priced at $89.99. Enjoy a refreshing swim with our wide selection of men's swim shorts and swimwear for ladies and kids, all 25% off. Stay cool and beat the heat with our water misting spray fans, and have a blast with our assortment of X-Shot squirt guns. We are your one-stop shop for all your summer fun needs. The General Store. We have the fun stuff.
4 News Now Fire Watch coverage.
That fire has grown exponentially.
With resources on TV, online, and on the go with the 4 News Now app. Fire Watch coverage to keep you safe. That's what we mean when we say expect more on 4 News Now.
4 News Now is brought to you by River Ridge and Peters Hardware.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
It's now 6:16. Lavender is in bloom, and if you'd like to pick some for yourself, One Green Bluff Farm opens today. Destiny Richards is live at Fleur de Provence, where you can pick lavender for yourself and buy all kinds of lavender things.
That's right. We are standing among some beautiful lavender plants here at Fleur de Provence with Maggie Smith, who's the owner and grower. We were just talking about how there are really so many different types of lavender varieties. What are kind of the most popular and the ones that we have here?
The most popular, I think, around Spokane are the English lavenders. You see them typically in the spring. They're the first to bloom, beautiful purple flowers, and they welcome spring. And the next are the French flowers. They come on in July. They're the most fragrant, long stem, very, very fragrant, and get quite large in growing size. So we try to provide plants that are typical for our growing zone, which is zone 5A. So they go to about minus 20 degrees. Some varieties will go to minus 30, but they're kind of rare. So they're tough plants, and they're usually very drought resistant and hardy.
That's why they bloom so well and look so vibrant in the summertime. That definitely explains that. And you can come and pick your own lavender here. Perfect instructions right at the entrance for how to cut them properly. Just watch out for the bees. We've already seen them this morning. But coming up, we're talking about how to just get pre-cut lavender if you don't want to cut your own. And you can really see all the varieties there as well. So that's coming up later. I'll send it back to the studio.
All right, lots of sunshine as you start your morning over the lavender fields, and of course right here in downtown Spokane.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, we really could use some rain though, Mark, really.
We are not going to see any rain into the lower elevations, mainly the mountains over the next couple of days, and that's really the emphasis of backpacking or heading into the mountains. Here's why. We have high pressure and that heat coming in from the southwest. That's also going to bring that cleaner air mass that we've talked about. But we've got two lows, one into Canada, one into areas of Alaska. As those move across, we're getting impulses from those higher elevations. We're going to see that potential. So we look at the forecast radar, and we're already seeing it come out of OMAC. So again, we're going to see another round. Then that's going to move out. We're going to see a break during the day, and then we're going to come back into the afternoon. We're going to see that not only in the north central or the northern Cascades, but also into areas of Colville, Bonners Ferry, and north. So that's sort of the setup right now. We're setting at temperatures into the mid-60s throughout, the West Plains, downtown, 59 into the valley, 64 in Deer Park, 9 Mile. You're at 57 degrees, and we've got temperatures around 60. Hayden, 59 into Coeur d'Alene. Beautiful start to the day. 92 is going to be our high today. The wind's going to be light out of the northeast. We're going to see that again tonight, but we're going to see the whole thing shift a little bit, and we're going to get cleaner air coming in off the Pacific. That's going to take away that haze, and that's going to be the good news. So current radar is we have that rolling through and towards Colville, but it's dissipating and it's losing its energy. We're going to see that expand out, and again, that potential for Friday afternoon. And we stay dry North Idaho. It's going to be in the mountains there. We're going to see that again Saturday, and it continues to move out, and that's going to be the hit and miss. For today, temperatures into the low 90s for our area. That's going to go up to Colville. Then you get into OMAC, east slopes of the Cascades, working your way down. Upper 90s, nearing, or you'll see temperatures of 100 all over the place. Tri-Cities, Lewiston, you're right in there. 91 into St. Mary's. So we'll be into the mid-90s Saturday and Sunday. Monday, 92 with about a 40% chance of shower or thunderstorm activity here in the lower elevations, as we see that low out of Alaska sort of kick that energy. Behind that, cooler, still above average, 85, 88 Wednesday. Thursday, 90. We're going to give you that one more day as we take a look at our trend.
Wow.
And we see those temperatures fall down and then start climbing back up again for the end of next week into the low 90s as we continue to be hot and dry.
My goodness. All right, Mark, thank you so much. It's now 6:20. Coming up, it's Morning Sports with Julian right after the break. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest on your Friday morning. TGIF. We'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Summertime means celebration time. Let Peters & Sons Florist help liven up your summer event with a fresh flower arrangement. Fresh flowers always brighten the day. Peters & Sons Florist can add color and brilliance to your summer. Call or click today.
Ironstone Furniture and Fire's Made in America sale is returning July 2nd through the 14th. American-made brands like Bassett, Paul Robert, and more are on sale now. Visit our showroom for high-quality products crafted with American pride. Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication.
As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are encouraging you to once again wear red on Fridays.
Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us the freedoms we enjoy as Americans.
Stop into any Global branch and pick up a red pin to show your support. Then wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
ABC's World News Tonight.
And 4 News Now.
When the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home. Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Where should I walk? Right here? Is this good?
Yeah, you can walk right there. This is your show. Do whatever you want.
You walk in.
It's Live with Kelly and Mark. Every weekday morning.
Watch Live with Kelly and Mark. Weekdays at 9 a.m. Only on 4 News Now.
Have you been dreaming of upgrading your truck with exterior styling or custom accessories?
Or tricking out your interior with leather kits and heated seats?
Well, wake up, because Parker Extreme can help make your dream rig a reality.
Stop in and get advice from our skilled Parker Extreme team. They have the knowledge and experience to help you make the right choice for your car, truck, or SUV.
Your dream truck is here at Parker Toyota Extreme. You just haven't built it yet.
Summertime means celebration time. Let Peters & Sons Florist help liven up your summer event with a fresh flower arrangement. Fresh flowers always brighten the day. Peters & Sons Florist can add color and brilliance to your summer. Call or click today.
Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minnesell. The Seattle Mariners have one more series before the All-Star break, so it's the last chance for the coaches and front office to see where the team needs to improve before the second half of the season. And what better way to see where you stand than to play the defending champion Houston Astros. Someone who made a good impression was Mariners third baseman Eugenio Suarez. Suarez hit 2 home runs as the Mariners took down the Astros 5-1. Seattle has now won 5 of its last 6 games. Game 2 of the series is at 5:10 p.m. tonight from Houston. NBA Summer League begins today. A pair of players to keep an eye on are former Gonzaga Bulldog Julian Strawther and former Washington State Cougar Mohamed Gay. Strawther will be playing for the defending champion Denver Nuggets. He was a first-round pick by the Nuggets in last month's NBA draft. Gay will be playing with the Atlanta Hawks. Gay was a second-round draft pick by the Hawks this year. Other Gonzaga players at Summer League include Drew Timme, Malachi Smith, and some former Bulldogs from a few seasons ago will also be playing, such as Chet Holmgren and Philip Petrusev. Along with Gay, former Washington State guard Justin Powell will also be at NBA Summer League. Powell will be playing for the Miami Heat. And here are a few games to keep an eye on for day 1. The big one, the Denver Nuggets will take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Gonzaga teammates Julian Strawther and Drew Timme will go head-to-head in that matchup. Malachi Smith and the Portland Trail Blazers will play the Houston Rockets, and the nightcap which features Washington State's Mohamed Gay and the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Sacramento Kings. And that'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
Some people feel right at home on the ball field. That's the case for Lee Ham. The 89-year-old has a lot on his plate driving around North Dakota to umpire softball games. He's not only the oldest ump in the state, he is among the oldest in the nation, calling balls and strikes more than 50 years. Lee says every year he thinks it'll be his last. That is until spring rolls around. Take a look at this video of a young woman playing guitar in her apartment, minding her own business, when a hawk flew in for a little snack. She doesn't notice it at first, but her dog tried warning her.
Kush, hey. Hey, no barking. Quiet.
She ran off, screaming. Eventually, the bird got bored and flew right back out the door. Bye-bye, birdie. It's now 6:26. Before we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive. You're looking at a group of heroes who prevented a tragedy. That's 7-year-old Griffin Emerson, seen here playing in the shallow end of his apartment pool. He struggles to keep his head above water. Almost a full minute goes by. Griffin sinking to the bottom. 12-year-old Noah and 8-year-old Weston notice what's happening. Watch as Weston jumps in. He goes down and pulls Griffin to the surface. And this morning on GMA, we're speaking to those two heroic boys.
I just started pacing back and forth and wondering if he's gonna be okay. His head was going up and down, and I knew he wasn't okay.
The rescuers were 12 and 8 years old, and they recognized it so fast.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more of our exclusive interviews and the pool safety messages every parent needs to hear. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
You never know what opportunities life will send your way. But if you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis, Enbrel can help you say, I'm in for what's next. Willing to put yourself out there to try something new? I'm in. Care for a seat at the Thursday night game? I'm in. Upgrading your home court? I'm in. Enbrel helps relieve joint pain and helps stop permanent joint damage. And with less pain, you're free to join in. Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections, serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu. When opportunities come your way, be ready to say, I'm in for what's next. Ask your doctor about Enbrel.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
When I think of a mortgage advisor, I think of someone who is not approachable or friendly. But then we went to BECU and I met Lauren. She was like, this is how you buy a home. BECU changed my life and my family's life.
Jay Leno, so you've had a couple of accidents recently.
I was working on a car and I got a face full of gasoline. It caught fire.
You look great though.
This is a brand new face. Only for the second time in my career am I the new face of comedy.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
It's the biggest trade-in event in America. This week at all 3 Cal locations.
This is your chance to trade in anything. Boats, snowmobiles, motorbikes, trailers. Whether it runs or not, we're cleaning up America.
Making it the perfect time to upgrade your old ride to something better. Plus, delaying all payments until September 1st. With top dollar offered for all trade-ins during Cal's 4th of July Great Trade-In Event.
It's the factory authorized clearance at Lazy Boy. Hurry in and save up to 50% on floor samples, one-of-a-kinds, closeouts, and more. Everything must go. Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
For BECU credit union members, freedom means free checking with no monthly maintenance fees and no minimum balance requirement. And it means access to your money whenever, wherever, with over 30,000 surcharge-free co-op network ATMs nationwide. So join us at BECU.
From 4 News Now, This is Good Morning Northwest.
We start this half hour with the 4 News Now story tracker and news people are paying attention to this morning. U.S. economy added 209,000 jobs in June, missing Wall Street estimates and reflecting a slowdown from the previous month. Economists surveyed by Bloomberg had expected the 225,000 non-farm payroll jobs were added in June. In May, the U.S. economy added 339,000 jobs. The June unemployment rate was 3.6%, down from 3.7% in May. The trial for the North Central boys basketball coach Andre Irvin is set to begin in September. He pleaded not guilty yesterday to sexual misconduct charges. According to court documents, 2 16-year-old girls told police Irvin made sexually explicit comments to them. Goes on to say that there was also unwanted touching. You can read more about the case, including the school district's response, right now on KXLY.com. Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for joining us. I'm Robin Nance. Derek Dice has the day off. It is Friday, July 7th, and Mark is here with our first alert forecast as we head into that weekend.
All right, we are seeing, again, a few clouds outside in our first alert weather. And that first alert weather app, by the way, even during steady hot weather, would be great to have in case there's any alerts, any changes. So you see the cloud cover. There's no doubt about that. We take a look at the current conditions. We're sitting at 65 degrees. Winds are light, northeast to 6 miles an hour. Things look pretty good. Take a look at the 4 things you need to know. Yeah, it's going to be a hazy morning. Sunny afternoon, 90s through Monday, and then we're going to see some mountain thunderstorm activity. We're going to talk more about that in a little bit, but yeah, you're going to see those thermometers climbing over the next several days. Our highs today into our metro area, the I-90 corridor, if you will. Low to mid 90s, Spokane Valley downtown 94, Meade 94, 92 into Hayden. Spirit Lake is going to be 89 degrees. Our day today, well, we're starting it with our air quality at good and the high of 92 expected.
This morning from the Breaking Now desk. Today is the first court hearing for a $40 million lawsuit filed against Newport News Public Schools in Virginia by a teacher who was shot by her 6-year-old student. Abigail Zwarner alleges school administrators were told that the boy brought a gun to the school prior to the shooting and that the 6-year-old, quote, had a history of random violence, yet did nothing to stop him from harming her. She's accusing her former school superintendent, principal, and assistant principal of multiple counts of negligence, gross negligence, and reckless breach of assumed duty of care. In court documents, Zwarner's lawyers claimed that she suffered permanent injuries as a result of being shot by the child on January 6th inside her classroom at Rich Neck Elementary School. The boy who shot Zwarner used his mother's gun. His mother, Deja Taylor, pleaded guilty in a federal courthouse to using marijuana while owning a firearm, which is illegal under U.S. law. Taylor is now facing charges of felony child neglect and reckless storage of a firearm. A trial for those counts is set for August. And the parents of the 6-year-old previously issued a statement saying their son suffers from an acute disability and was under a care plan at the school that included his mom or dad accompanying him every day to class. The week of the shooting was the first week they were not in class with him. And they say, quote, "We will regret our absence on this day for the rest of our lives." The child, who was not named in the lawsuit or by law enforcement officials, was not charged in this shooting. The school board has filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit, saying it shouldn't be allowed because Zwarner was injured while doing her job, which is covered by workers' compensation. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thank you. We now know who's accused of threatening to detonate a bomb on a flight from Atlanta to Seattle Wednesday. The FBI says Brandon Scott passed a note to a flight attendant threatening to detonate explosives and, quote, kill everyone on board if the pilot did not reroute the plane to another airport. That plane was rerouted and made an emergency landing in Spokane, where Scott was arrested. He's facing federal charges. No explosives were found on that plane. Scott says the reason he fabricated this bomb threat was because members of the Sinaloa cartel were waiting for him in Seattle, and this was his plan to change the plane's destination. Take a look. On your screen is what was written on that note to the flight attendant. There is a bomb on this plane. This is not a joke. Several pounds of homemade explosives are in my carry-on bag. Later saying, my demands are simple. I want this plane rerouted from its destination in Seattle. If this plane lands in Seattle, I will kill everyone on board. Scott wrote for the flight attendant to alert the pilot of his demands and suggested making up a mechanical issue with the plane as an excuse to land it, which is exactly what happened.
What the pilot said, what he did was to, so that we wouldn't incite panic and things. is he mentioned that there was a minor malfunction, that we needed to do an emergency landing in Spokane because it was the closest one. We landed, and the pilot said, hey, the plane is fine. They checked it out. We're good. And we were like, okay, well, why is the dude getting arrested?
Scott was arrested on the plane and escorted off the runway. He made his first appearance in federal court yesterday. He's facing federal charges of false information and hoaxes, which is the federal law that makes it illegal to make people think a catastrophe is imminent. If convicted, he could face 5 years in prison. New on Good Morning Northwest, Special Counsel Jack Smith's team is zeroing in on a chaotic Oval Office meeting that reportedly took place in the final days of the Trump administration. This comes as Smith's team appears to be close to charging decisions in the investigation into efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. Sources say the former president reportedly considered desperate proposals to keep him in power over objections from his White House counsel. The emphasis on the December 18th Oval Office meeting ties in with the special counsel's broader effort to investigate several Trump lawyers and allies between December 14th of 2020 and January 6th, 2021. $233,000 a year. That's how much money Americans say they would need to earn to feel financially secure. That's according to a Bankrate survey. And they would need to make $483,000 a year to feel rich or to attain financial freedom. The average salary in 2021 was just more than $56,000. 72% of survey participants said they did not feel currently financially secure. The top reason? High inflation. Other reasons included insufficient emergency savings, insufficient retirement savings, rising interest rates, low pay or low career mobility, high debt, and housing affordability. Our time is now 6:37. Let's get you on back to Mark. Hey, big events happening this weekend.
It is. We have really events all over the place, but one I'm going to highlight is the Cheney Rodeo. Of course, starts tonight. And this weekend, temperatures into the mid-90s. Here's the deal.
There.
Tonight's Tough Enough to Wear Pink night. Absolutely love that. And, of course, raises money for breast cancer. We're going to see gates open at 5. Rodeo starts at 7. That's going to happen again tomorrow. And then on Sunday, a bit of a matinee. Gates open at 2. And the rodeo starts at 4 o'clock. Lots of stuff there. And, of course, lots of things happening. We're going to tell you your forecast as you face this weekend.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
It's a good day for a drive. Great day for a deal.
Right now, Cooper Tire is offering up to $75 off 4 qualifying Cooper tires. Plus, Perfection Tire will match that rebate for up to $150 off.
Nobody beats perfection.
Act now and save on Frigidaire Gallery appliances at Fred's 4th of July sale.
Refrigerators, ranges, microwaves, and dishwashers are marked down during this sale.
Plus, get a Fred's exclusive rebate up to $400. The Frigidaire Gallery collection offers practical time-saving features and a wide range of finishes.
Get a complete Frigidaire Gallery kitchen package and save up to $400 with Fred's exclusive bonus rebate.
Fred's 4th of July sale is the biggest sale this year. Don't miss this sale.
We are chilling and thrilling this summer at the General Store. Get ready to make a splash with the Intex River One Floaty, on sale now for only $19.99. And for the thrill seekers, don't miss out on the Brian Lee Tube Towable Tube, sale priced at $89.99. Enjoy a refreshing swim with our wide selection of men's swim shorts and swimwear for ladies and kids, all 25% off. Stay cool and beat the heat with our water misting spray fans, and have a blast with our assortment of X-Shot squirt guns. We are your one-stop shop for all your summer fun needs. The General Store. We have the fun stuff.
It's the biggest trade-in event in America this week at all 3 Cal locations.
This is your chance to trade in anything. Boats, snowmobiles, motorbikes, trailers. Whether it runs or not, we're cleaning up America.
Making it the perfect time to upgrade your old ride to something better. Plus, delaying all payments until September 1st. With top dollar offered for all trade-ins during Cal's 4th of July Great Trade-In event.
The stories you need to know.
They just ripped the ATM out of the wall.
I'm in a Black Hawk helicopter.
Were you trying to rip me off?
Inside Edition.
These are the stories that impact your life.
Weeknights at 7, only on 4 News Now.
The Jennifer Hudson Show is here.
And you're going to bless people every single day.
We're giving back, lifting each other up.
Something hits you in your heart.
We're doing it all.
Weekdays at 2, only on 4 News Now.
It's a good day for a drive. Great day for a deal.
Right now, Cooper Tire is offering up to $75 off 4 qualifying Cooper tires. Plus, Perfection Tire will match that rebate for up to $150 off.
Nobody beats perfection.
It's now 6:40. The rate of teen girls having babies has hit a record low. A report from the CDC shows the birth rate among 15 to 19-year-olds in 2022 was 13.5 out of 1,000. Health officials say educating teens and young people about safe sex can help continue that trend. To do that, parents should talk to their teenagers about sex. Frank conversations are shown to lead to more frequent use of birth control, healthier romantic relationships, and less sex in teens. Many clinics offer free or inexpensive counseling and reproductive health services for teenagers. These sessions are entirely confidential, meaning that their information cannot be shared with anyone unless they are in danger.
10-second takeaway right there. Oh, more sun, less haze later on today. That's going to be the great news. So again, those light, loose layers, drinking plenty of water, wearing your sunglasses, putting on the sunscreen every 2 hours, and 92 for the high today.
Several heat records have already been broken across the U.S. as temperatures continue to rise. In the last few days, the planet had its hottest days on record ever. The world's average temperature Tuesday and Wednesday was just less than 63 degrees Fahrenheit. That's according to climate tracking agencies in the U.S. and Europe. Now, 63 degrees may not seem high, but weather experts point out it includes half the planet that's in winter right now. In the coldest regions like Antarctica, melting ice means the Earth is reflecting less sunlight and absorbing it into the darker colored oceans, pushing up temperatures. 6:41 is our time. Destiny Richards is back live on Green Bluff this morning.
We're live at Fleur de Provence Lavender Farm on Green Bluff, talking about the start of their lavender season. Coming up, we're talking about some of the plants that you don't have to cut yourself here at the farm.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication.
As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are encouraging you to once again wear red on Fridays.
Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us the freedoms we enjoy as Americans.
Stop into any Global branch and pick up a red pin to show your support. Then wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it. I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999. With savings this explosive, the extended 4th of July sale at Furniture Row is resulting in some very interesting reactions.
That's $300 off the dining set and 50% off the sofa.
Yeah.
With $600 off the bedroom and $300 off the mattress, you are saving $900 today.
Whoa. Plus, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, and 5 years, no interest. When you save this much, you'll be seeing fireworks too. But hurry, the extended 4th of July sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Tony, your parents know you're over here again, right?
Yep.
Great.
Tony lives next door. See, his parents decided to just use their phone for home internet. So when everyone is on, Tony's over here streaming and drinking all my soda. My dog.
Get internet on the Xfinity 10G network for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract.
We're going to bed, Tony.
Good night. I'll lock up if I leave.
Get real home internet on the next generation 10G network only from Xfinity.
Wildfires can strike at any time. 4 News Now Fire Watch coverage keeps you safe.
Evacuated the entire town.
4 News Now, alerting you, delivering crucial information when and where you need it to protect your family.
Multiple fires burning right now in both Washington and Idaho.
Tell us about the state of the fire right now.
When every second counts, count on 4 News Now. On TV and on the go with the 4 News Now app. Stay safe all fire season long on 4 News Now.
4 News Now is brought to you by Circling Raven Golf Club.
It's now 6:44. Fleur de Provence Lavender Farm opens today for picking lavender plants. The seasonal flower had a rough time growing this year, so the farm's opening for a shorter season with shorter hours. Destiny Richards is live with what you need to know about picking your own lavender up there.
Well, of course, this is a You Pick farm, so you can cut your own lavender bundles to take home with you, but you could also pick out some lavender that's already in planted pots here. So we're here with Maggie Smith again. Tell us a little bit about these plants that you can just buy here.
Well, these plants are all specific for our growing zone, which again is zone 5. So these are hardy for -20. They are the drought resistant variety.
This is Opal Rain.
This is Opal Rain. This is Melissa Lilac in its emergence stage. Beautiful, soft periwinkle purple. Another variety that is easy to grow and super beautiful is Folgate, an English variety.
So that'll be what it looks like when it fully grows out.
Right. This is
Very
kind
nice.
of interesting, emerging, and this is the full grown. So it takes a few years to get to their full maturity, but they'll bloom first thing in the spring. They just love to bloom, as you can see, even in a pot, going crazy to bloom.
Yes,
So,
and
yeah.
from 10 to 3, Friday and Saturday until August 4th, that's where you can come pick your own lavender. You can pick out these plants that are already in pots. There's also, we didn't get to show you, dahlia, you pick, and sunflowers and sweet peas as well. So lots of stuff here at Fleur de Provence. I'll send it back to the studio.
To acknowledge that it is Destiny's last day with us today. She has been an amazing addition to Good Morning Northwest, and we are all going to miss her so much. I know you at home are. We've already been getting messages. Oh, do you want to talk about your next ventures or not?
I guess I could do it here. I'm going to the East Coast, going to Charlotte, North Carolina. I wanted to post on on social media with a photo and everything, but if you're watching on TV, surprise, going to Charlotte. But yeah, thank you so much for welcoming me here in Spokane.
Well, you are loved so much here in Spokane, and everyone is, I mean, people are going to be crushed all over to see you go, but also really excited about your next big adventure. We have loved you. And
yeah, it's been great.
we have loved you, and we've loved watching you grow. It's just been amazing. So thank you and good luck.
I will see you when you get back here. There may be some
you.
surprises for you as you come back. We have some cool stuff.
We always do, yeah.
As a parting gift, where are you going?
I don't know. I was You're not going
I'm out of here. Tell you what.
One go at a time.
We're going to go over to this camera and I'll do the weather, and then you can exit. Well, no, just everyone get out. All right. Good morning, everybody. Looking at it's
I
always
feel so lonely over here now.
No, suddenly it's like, let's get out quick. Ice cream on the melt, no doubt about it. Here's your evening forecast. You're making plans. I know Destiny's probably going to plan out a nice dinner tonight. We're going to have temperatures nearing 90 at 7 o'clock. By 9, it's going to be around 80 degrees. That's why the ice cream is melting. It is going to be a hot one. Right now, we're starting off fairly warm, 65 into Post Falls, 61 to Coeur d'Alene by the lake, and I've seen way too many pictures of people really enjoying the lake. Thank you very much. I'm not there. 64 into Deer Park and 65 downtown. We're going to see a continuation of warm weather. Hot, really. 81, 82 is a normal high for this time of year. We're at 92 degrees. Going to be sunny and warmer today. Going to get hotter over the weekend. Overnight lows down to 61 degrees. Yeah, windows open, get the house, apartment cooled down, close it up in the morning hours to sort of maintain or retain some of the cooler weather as everything just heats up through the day. We do have and have had some shower activity. No lightning strikes to note, but we do have a chance of thunderstorm activity that's going to come in later on for this afternoon, mainly into the mountains of northern Cascades, northeastern Washington, North Idaho. Really mountain showers for the most part, staying out of our area. We'll see another round of those coming in Saturday afternoon and potentially Sunday afternoon again. So just if you're going to be in those higher elevations, just be aware of that. 95 into Ritzville today, 101 in Lewiston, 89 into Sandpoint. Montana getting into it, mid to upper 80s. Tri-Cities, you're going to be at 100 degrees. We look at our planning forecast and we plan on the hottest weather so far this season into the mid 90s Saturday and Sunday, Monday 92, and then, well, we're going to be in the mid to upper 80s for Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay, but that rain that's coming, it's not going to really...
Not real beneficial.
Darn it, Mark. Okay, thanks so much. It's now 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint is coming up next. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest on your Friday.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mistaqua Hotel and Casino in Chewelah.
Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at Fred Meyer, we invest in local farmers to bring you the freshest seasonal picks. So no matter how you shop, your local produce always tastes as fresh as it gets. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
It's the factory authorized clearance at Lazy Boy. Hurry in and save up to 50% on floor samples, one-of-a-kinds, closeouts, and more. Everything must go. Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
It's the biggest trade-in event in America this week at all 3 Cal locations.
This is your chance to trade in anything. Boats, snowmobiles, motorbikes, trailers. Whether it runs or not, we're cleaning up America.
Making it the perfect time to upgrade your old ride to something better. Plus, delaying all payments until September 1st. With top dollar offered for all trade-ins during Cal's 4th of July Great Trade-In event.
People who come to the Inland Northwest rave about its beauty.
For those of us who live and work here, we couldn't agree more. From its iconic history
To a ton of new beginnings. We have farm-to-table roots and access to nature right out our back door.
And as a community member, BECU wants to honor those who work together to make life better for our region.
Join us for the premier food and drink celebration, Crave, at the Spokane Valley Center Place, July 13th through the 15th. Proudly sponsored by BECU.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me for so done with you, girl. I've been popping, man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-586-0025. 1-800-586-0025.
Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at Fred Meyer, we invest in local farmers to bring you the freshest seasonal picks. So no matter how you shop, your local produce always tastes as fresh as it gets. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53 on the dot. Time to get you ready to take on your Friday with the morning sprint. Today, the U.S. is expected to announce it will provide cluster bombs to Ukraine. Sydney Charles has the details. Lavender is in bloom. Destiny Richards is live showing us around a lavender farm on the bluff. But let's get to Mark's forecast heading into a hot weekend.
All right, the good news on this in our first alert weather is the fact that we indeed do have good air quality this morning. And latest check, it's still remaining in good and should remain there throughout the day. We have a highs today. They're going to be in the mid-90s, and you see there 94 in the valley. We're going to have 92 officially. Spangle at 91 degrees. We get to our forecast for the day, and we're going to continue to have temperatures up to 92.
Spokane County SWAT team found a man wanted out of Stevens County for child sexual assault, dead in a Spokane Valley home. The sheriff's office responded to a home on Long Road in Indiana around 7:30 to check for the man. They say when they got there, a man who they believed they were looking for ran inside. Deputies say they heard a loud bang. SWAT and crisis negotiators were called to the scene. SWAT eventually entered the home, found that man dead from a possible self-inflicted gunshot wound. The Spokane County Medical Examiner will release that man's name at a later time. We now know who is accused of threatening to detonate a bomb on a flight from Atlanta to Seattle Wednesday. The FBI says Brandon Scott passed a note to a flight attendant threatening to detonate explosives and kill everyone on board if the pilot did not reroute the plane to another airport. Well, the plane made an emergency landing here in Spokane where Scott was arrested. No explosives were found on that plane. Scott says the reason he fabricated this bomb threat was because members of the Sinaloa cartel were waiting for him in Seattle, and this was his plan to change the plane's destination. Scott is facing federal charges of false information and hoaxes. If convicted, he could face 5 years in prison. The trial for the North Central boys basketball coach Andre Irvin is set to begin in September. He pleaded not guilty yesterday to sexual misconduct charges. According to court documents, two 16-year-old girls told police Irvin made sexually explicit comments to them and goes on to say that there was also unwanted touching. You could read more about the case, including the school district's response, on KXLY.com.
The U.S. is expected to announce today that it will provide controversial cluster bombs to Ukraine as part of a new military aid package in the fight against Russian invaders. The cluster munitions could be a critical asset for Ukraine's ongoing counteroffensive, which President Volodymyr Zelensky says he wants done faster. Cluster munitions are shells packed with smaller bombs that explode and strike targets across a wide area. The munitions are highly criticized because they can also leave unexploded fragments behind, risking injury and death to civilians. Right now, it is not clear how America's NATO allies would view the U.S. providing cluster bombs to Ukraine.
The U.S. economy added 209,000 jobs in June, missing Wall Street estimates and reflecting a slowdown from the previous month. Economists surveyed by Bloomberg had expected the 225,000 non-farm payroll jobs were added in June. In May, the U.S. economy added 339,000 jobs. The June unemployment rate was 3.6%, down from 3.7% in May. In response to the dry conditions, Avista has turned its power lines to fire safety mode. During normal operations, the lines are set to try several times to clear a fault, reducing outage times. But in fire safety mode, the line stays out until Avista crews determine it is safe. This can require more time to restore service, but decreases the potential fire danger.
This morning, we have been live on Green Bluff at Fleur de Provence Lavender Farm talking about You Pick Lavender. Here you can pick your own lavender. You can buy lavender that's already pre-cut. You can also cut sunflowers and dahlias and all sorts of things. You can go to our website, KXLY.com. They're going to be open on Fridays and Saturdays through August.
You may have seen this group protesting downtown. It's a union representing more than 300 EMTs, paramedics, dispatchers, and ambulance mechanics who work for American Medical Response in Spokane. The union is in the process of negotiating contracts that ended June 30th, but they say it's not going well. If the union goes on strike, getting an ambulance in Spokane in an emergency could be very challenging. AMR Spokane released a statement regarding negotiations, which you can read right now on KXLY.com. So much of life feels like it is back to normal after the COVID pandemic, but for so many people, jobs and careers changed. If your professional life was impacted, we want to hear from you. Share your story with us on KXLY.com. The Downtown Spokane Partnership hosts its First Friday event today. It highlights local businesses and local art scenes. You can see live music, product launches, and specialty food and beverages. We'll be back.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
This could be you. Just chilling, staying cool this summer. Join us for jackpots, food, and fun at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games to earn your entries to win a share of $13,000 cool cash, paddle boards, kayaks, and air conditioners. Missisquoi Casino Hotel, keeping it cool. Drawings start at 5 p.m. Saturday, July 29th. Learn more at Missisquoi.com.
4 News Now anchor team, not just in the newsroom, but in the community. We're doing the work, listening to you, asking questions, and getting the answers you need to help keep your family safe. It's what we mean when we say, expect more on 4 News Now.
We hope you're having a great start to the day. We got blue sky, a little bit of haze there. That's all going to improve later on this afternoon. And things are looking really nice and really warm. All right, we look at our forecast. Oh, Spokane River, the gondola ride this weekend. Wouldn't that be great? All right, now here's the forecast over the top of it. Low 90s throughout much of the afternoon. Our high today is going to be 92 degrees, but look at the temperature at 10. Still at 75. So, yeah, it's going to be a nice long night onto the back deck. 94 Saturday, Sunday 96, 92 on Monday with mid-80s by Tuesday.
Oh, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We hope you have a great weekend. If you're able, stick around through GMA. We'll see you.